Welcome, finally, to Reality NSFW and our coverage of The Challenge, Double Agents. I'm Zack Hacker, joined as always by Survivor legend, Jonny Fairplay, and tonight, our very special co-host, five-time challenge icon, star of The Real World and X on the Beach, always feisty, always hilarious, always beautiful. My favorite challenge competitor I've seen so far, my good friend, Marie Roda. How you doing, Marie?
Wow, what an opening. Thank you, Zach. What's up, Fairplay? Excited to be here. Guys, when you mentioned the podcast, I didn't realize how official you meant. Like, Zach, you have a podcaster's voice. You've been doing this for a while, huh?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, about a year.
Yeah. And are you guys in actual studios? You guys are in studios and I'm just sitting here, huh?
You're good. You're good. I mean, like we're making up for not looking like you. So
stop it.
It's like, some guys need performance enhancers, we have podcast enhancers. So so let's talk the challenge. So real quick. So the premiere episode was last night, Wednesday night. That was episode 1 of the Challenge Double Agents. However, there was a Monday night episode, which I felt was very integral to watching the season. If you hadn't watched, a lot of challenges or it's been a while or whatever, or even if you didn't know a lot of these people, I felt that there was a lot of character breakdowns, because I was thinking, like, when they're like, we're gonna show you the cast. I thought it was gonna be like, this is Wes. He's been on 86 challenges, and and here's what he's good at. And I thought it was just gonna be a character breakdown. No, it's them arriving at the house. Like you're seeing them divide to who they are potentially going to be friends with and who they're not. And I thought it was a real loose structure storyline wise. Whereas, we saw what, their immediate thoughts were about some of these other people in real conversation versus the premiere last night was more of a controlled narrative of, this is what we want you to think about this person. This is what, I'm like, well, I kind of saw something different on Monday.
Really? Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't really watch the Monday one. Does that make me terrible? I don't know. Yeah. But I could totally understand what you mean by that.
Yeah. So, I mean, as I said, I don't think it was crucial. I'm glad I did. And as I said, I felt like there was just a couple different directions. I'm just like, you might want me to think that, but, and shit changes real quick. So, I mean, like, they're editing. I think that, if, when the future comes and you go to Netflix or you go to Hulu or wherever this is available, the premiere is the first episode you're going to see. The episode that was available Monday night probably won't even be available to see.
Yeah, I know. I hope so. They've never done really anything like that before.
It was great.
They're obviously bringing in new shows, Survivor, and all of these different things. And there's not enough time in an hour and a half to introduce everybody.
Yeah, it was really cool. As I said, like it was chaotic, and it wasn't as formulaic as what we saw on the premiere, which I'm not dissing in any way, because like I feel that a lot of the reality shows, your Big Brothers, your Survivors, and your Amazing Races have become overly formulaic. I think there is a method to the madness in the way that the challenge is presented, and you guys are crazy enough that that you can be as formulaic as you want, but it's not going to stop the drama. And it was refreshing for me. I'm watching the show and I'm just like, wow. Like, I remember sitting in a Vegas pool with Nani and Teresa and Leroy. And I'm just like, oh my God. And it's just, 18 times better. And I'm like, oh, I'm old. Like I met Nani like fresh off The Real World. And it's just like, challenge veteran Nani, always at the end, never pulls it down. I'm like, what?
Oh, that's my girl. Don't come at her like that.
No, she's great. I mean, but it was just like I felt like I was reminiscing. But first things first, this opening is possibly the greatest open I've ever seen for a reality television show in my entire life. TJ Lavin is a fucking pimp.
He's a stud.
Coming out of a bunker in Iceland? How cool is that? And I heard all this, like, how did COVID impact this season? I heard they had to switch to they got all these new cameras, these long lenses.
They had more fun than all of us, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Wow. The tech budget on this was awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
So my question to you is, because there's some people that like Jeff Probst, some people that don't, some people that like Phil, I think maybe a couple that don't. And then, across the board, it feels like you guys love TJ. Is this true?
Yeah, you have to love TJ. He has been through it. He's been through it. Like, he's gotten into like tons of accidents and like comes back with like half a face, like he's just a genuinely good guy. And I definitely think that I think he's like the most lovable host there could possibly be. Like, who doesn't like TJ Lavin?
Yeah, it seems like he's almost friends with you guys, the way he'll chastise you when you're out there, which none of the other hosts do that in the same way. Like, he's disappointed in a friend when he's saying that.
Well, the challenge is very much like a soap opera where there's like reoccurring people. There's people that have done this almost, if not longer, than TJ has, so there is a friendship there.
Yeah. The big so you talk about people doing this forever. I mean, a lot of these people, this is their job, and like that was the funniest line on Monday's episode. I can't remember the girl from You're the One, or what was that show?
Are You the One?
Are You the One?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a girl from Are You the One, and one of the British girl, I think Gabby, is just like, so what do you do for a living? And she's like, I'm a waitress. And I was waiting for her to be like, what do you, the challenge, bitch. It's called a fucking career. On board.
Well, to be fair to them, it is both of their first time, but yes, exactly.
But Johnny, don't worry. I have a top 5 funniest quotes that we'll vote on later from the episode I'll do each week. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, but that was it. Like they were the only 2 people that were asking that question. What do you do for a living? Because no one else is asking that. Just like getting ready for the challenge or the challenge. I think those are the only 2 correct answers.
Or X on the beach, please. Oh God.
So let's talk about the cast a little bit, because Marie, you know or have been on a show with, I was trying to count and I just quit and said I'll just ask her on air. A lot of these people. Who are you most strongly rooting for or tied to as they're going out there to play?
Oh, a lot of my girls are on this season, so I'm very, very close with Cam. Leroy is the man. Nani is one of my best friends. I was quarantined with her for all of the first COVID lockdown. Who else is there? Anissa, she's hilarious. What else do I talk to? Ashley, there's great people there. And the only people that I really don't know are the rookies.
Okay. See, I know a lot. The crazy thing is I know a lot. So peek behind the curtain, Leo Rush was in WWE, and Leo was at actually Hearts of Reality 3 years ago.
Oh, I missed him. That's a shame because I like him.
Yeah. And Leo is so I don't know if you noticed. I can't remember if it was just on the Monday episode or I think it was just the Monday episode. They're doing his character breakdown and they show clip. He's like a former WWE wrestler, but if you see the clips, they're not using WWE footage. And Leo Rush was a WWE wrestler, and in the WWE hierarchy, it's like a fraternity, and there's hazing, and there's vets and there's rookies, and this is a thing, and it's been a thing forever in WWE, and it's a lot less today.
Same thing in life, that's what happens.
It's a lot less today than it was, but rewind 2 years ago, and I believe I can't remember the wrestler, but anyway, one of the wrestlers carry my bags. And because that's a thing that new wrestlers do. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are, every wrestler's done it. And Leo is like, I ain't a slave. I ain't carrying your fucking bags.
All right, Leo.
And
I like him.
And he got his he got fired.
Hey, that's the same attitude he came at TT with. So,
Yo, I swear to God, I always say this. Speak up if spoken to, guys. Just follow the fucking crowd.
But I like Leo for standing up for himself. But at the same time, like I'm trying to keep a job, so I'm going to be carrying bags for about a year and a half. I think. I don't know what the protocol is, but I'm probably going to go a couple extra months just to make sure.
He does seem like he's short. Like he is a little guy, so I can see how he's trying to compensate. Because if you're in the WWE and you meet people, like they're already gonna boss you around. Let's be honest, they're gonna make you feel like a little shrimp. So you gotta put your foot down somewhere.
Yeah, I think you hit your limit, and his limit is just like, look, you guys are fucking with me 23 hours a day. I ain't carrying your fucking bags. So I'm with it. I'm with it. So good on Leo.
Good on Leo.
Well, speaking of some of the outside of the challenge people there, we've got Casey, Josh, and Amber, which, Johnny, we just covered Big Brother 22. And I don't know if you remember, we were talking about rumored cast members. And I'll be goddamned if all three of them weren't in quarantine for Big Brother All-Stars. And here they show up on the challenge double agents. I love my conspiracy theories. Did they fake COVID positive tests to go on the challenge instead?
Maybe. Do we know when was the filming of this? Do you know that, Marie?
They kind of coincided. Like you wouldn't be able to do both of them.
Okay, there you
whenever
go.
Those were filming.
Well, they made the right decision. I don't care how they fucking finished.
On the challenge.
BB22 was the worst fucking shit. I mean, like, hey, I got friends on there, and I'm glad some people made some money, but oh my God, was that? I am so excited podcasting about this already versus anything. like the first fucking competition on BB22. I'm just like, we're really gonna watch each person do this for fucking 20 minutes, aren't we? All right, great.
Yeah. I only recently got into Big Brother, so yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So we have a Big Brother alliance. So you as a challenge vet, when you see an outsider come in, do you immediately, throw up the cross and just like, fuck you, you're an enemy? Or are you just like, what are you bringing? Or is it just a blanket? It doesn't matter what, like a rookie from inside the MTV universe or outside, doesn't matter. Rookie's a rookie. Fuck you. What is your personal stance?
I'm like a vet outsider because the vets don't really fuck with me that much. And I don't really fuck with them that much. So I'm always trying to talk to the rookies. New blood is always good blood. And fuck the old vets. Like they can relax.
Sorry,
am I like not allowed to curse on here? What's that?
NSFW. NSFW, not safe for work. Yeah, it's fucks are encouraged. So I remember back then. I mean, my first Survivor was 2003. I mean, I remember being at the club. Like Brad from
God.
He ran a club in Wisconsin. Does that sound right?
No.
Or Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago sounds right.
Okay, so anyway, he ran and I remember hanging out with Wes till like 3, and I was just like, this guy is so awesome. Like he's super nice, he was great. I was just like, okay, I like Wes. And then I'm watching him now, and I'm just like, all right.
That's what happens when you do 15 seasons.
I still like Wes, but you know what I don't like watching these winners over. It's just like, do the same people win over and over and over?
Yeah, there's a very small handful of actual winners that are always playing.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Now, if we're going to hit them all in the face with shoes, though, I'm pro it. That's very funny.
Oh, my God.
Loved that.
Motherfucker's a gif.
More than you know. I love that.
But yeah, that was fun. And let's talk about the elephant in the room. Crazy casting. Lolo Jones. We saw, for those of you that watch Celebrity Big Brother.
She's the avatar in the room. Sorry.
For those of you that saw Big Brother, we were introduced in the reality world to Lolo. And the strategic part of Big Brother was not her strong suit. But when it came to competitions, she was good. But competitions on Big Brother are so dumbed down. We didn't get to see an unbridled Lolo Jones. Well, welcome to the challenge. Jesus Christ, was it like, okay, we're going to do a thing called the Olympics, and when the Olympics are over, we got something custom made for you. It's called the challenge.
Yep. Yeah, basically.
It's incredible.
Oh, I loved later when they're picking people and she's like, I'm an Olympic athlete. What are you thinking? And I'm like, they probably saw you on any other show when you were trained.
She has a personality that's made for reality TV, and that's why she's going to do so great on the challenge, which is annoying because she's so above everybody else. Like physically, it's kind of like, how are you going to just throw like a lion into the lamb cage? You know, like that's rude. You know, but at the same time, the challenge is set up that even if she's bad politically, people are going to be afraid to go against her in elimination, and that's what it comes down to. So,
would you want to battle her in any elimination?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm just like.
What about a really frustrating puzzle, like a puzzle that you have to like hold up and balance, and it keeps falling, and you get really frustrated? I would take her on in that.
Okay.
Yeah, but like also, I'm kind of like crazy too, so I don't know if I'd be able to take Lolo in something like that. But
I feel like she would beat me in a hard-on contest. I mean,
big dick energy for sure,
right?
Yes.
Hey, I will enter with the Blue Chew, and we'll talk about them later. All right, so we're told by TJ that there's a secret dead drop in the frozen abyss that is Iceland, and actually I fought with my 12-year-old daughter for about 15 minutes on where they filmed. She said Iceland is green and Greenland is ice, so they're obviously in Greenland, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure they're in Iceland.
They're in Iceland.
Yeah. All right, Dad wins. I will not be letting her listen to this podcast, but I will give her the highlights in that I was correct and she was
just
not.
that clip.
Well, she's 12. I mean, come on. So our first mission is mission decryption, and it is the ladies going first. And for those of you that didn't know, Casey is a full tackle women's football professional, and she's ready to kick your ass.
Oh yeah, she is. We met her this weekend, and she's something, huh?
I believe her until TJ sounds the horn, and I have never seen one athlete in the history of any sport ever did what Lolo did to everyone in running up the mountain.
She hurdled the mountain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Her legs hurdled the mountain.
Going up that thing. That's
it was insane. She was as long as like at least 3 of the people there together.
And her confessional is great. She was just like, she goes, I'm an Olympic hurdler. Not only am I an Olympic hurdler, I am the greatest fucking hurdler in the history of hurdling.
Yeah. She holds the record. Yeah.
That's pretty fucking bad. Like I am like, as I said, I think she's on the crazy side, but watching her perform, it's like watching Michael Jordan or watching Mike Tyson or watching Ronda Rousey. I mean, seeing an elite athlete do what they do is just something so special. And Lolo is, I mean, like, I think that's what kind of makes her crazy. I think Ronda had some crazy times, and Mike Tyson had some crazy times, and Michael Jordan, I don't think we heard about him, but I think Michael Jordan might have had a crazy time or two.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer that you have to be crazy to be great. So
there you go. So we see that Ashley. I'm not familiar with Ashley in previous challenges.
Shall I give you guys the intro? Let you know who she is.
Yeah.
Before you tell me if I'm right, because she is a confessional machine.
Oh, she's the queen. She has so much personality, and she's just such spitfire all the time. Says what everyone's thinking, but won't say, and in such a doesn't care about anything type of way. She is so fire. She's a 2-time champion, and she is completely underrated. People don't give her as much credit as she should get. She's great politically. People love her. She's smart. She thinks outside the box, because in the challenge, the rules are there are no rules, right? So like you can do whatever you have to do to win. If like somehow it doesn't get flagged by production, like
Sure.
if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yeah.
And she's always on as to like thinking outside the box, and she's great at puzzles, and she's super strong, which I hope that you guys thought after seeing this episode. I mean,
definitely. I think, we'll see what happens later in this episode and we'll get to it, but I think she got cut down early I need to go back and review her tape.
Which Monday night's episode, she my notes from Monday, which we, wasn't planning on doing a podcast, still aren't. So don't work on. But I'm just like, this is my favorite person. Like I'm just like, this girl owns confessionals. She's super cute. She's fun. It looks like that she's owning the room in which she's in. So like you see her walk from room to room, and it's just like, no one's just like, oh, it's her. And I'm just like, man, but I felt like there's like a little bit of a bad guy to her, but in a good way, like a likable bad guy.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is my girl. Like I'm like, here's my winner pick. Like I had no idea. I think I totally blanked, her, winning previous challenges before. I'm just like, this is my winner pick. She's coming out of nowhere. No one's gonna see it coming. She's so great. And then
she's gonna love to hear that so much, because she does not get the respect that she deserves whatsoever.
Didn't she for a long time hold the record for the most money?
Well, yeah. I mean, she definitely holds it for like the female lead, but Jonny just won again recently. Yeah. So, but yeah, she stole $1 million. Well, she didn't steal. She won $1 million.
Oh, did I mention my favorite part of the challenge is no Johnny Bananas? Is that okay? I like.
You hate Jonny?
I actually met him.
One Jonny. Is that the deal?
I met him. He was nice enough, but doesn't he win every one that he's on? And if he doesn't, isn't the entire show about him?
Yeah.
Okay. So I wanted to watch. I wanted to watch the challenge, not the Johnny Bananas show. So
yeah, it is cool to see new people be able to stand up and shine.
Yeah, and different storylines. It's really about the different storylines, and I think that's something that they've been lacking, because it's fine to bring on like the same characters, right? But like at some point, if nothing's changing, either change the people around them or give them a break for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, as I said, it's great that he's good, and it's great that he's a legend. I mean, and if they I don't know, make some more legends. And
Amen.
Bringing in all the new people from outside the MTV franchises, I think that's definitely what they're aiming to do.
Yeah, I think so too. It's I think Fessy. I think Fessy was brought in. I know it's not his first challenge, but I think they've seen enough Johnny Bananas. They're like, Fessy's pretty good too, right?
Oh man, if Fessy is the dime store Johnny Bananas, I am not going to that dime store. Oh god,
I don't think so.
I don't know. Time will tell. All right, so we see Nicole helping Lolo in this challenge, and for those of you that listen to our reaction podcast with Lauren and Alex, Lauren's call to Lolo was described as a dying cat.
A dying cat who lost his voice. I have cats. I've never heard them lose their voice. I want to, though. That would be hilarious.
I would like Nicole to lose her voice. If there's one, all right, so my takeaway from Monday night's episode was I love Ashley and that I don't love Nicole. Is that a fair takeaway?
A lot of people take that away. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually pretty good friends with Nicole. She's from Staten Island. We hang out all the time. But yes, I can't stand her either sometimes.
Okay.
Her and Lolo, I was like, really? On top of Lolo being Lolo, like you got to do that. Like how annoying.
Oh, I love it. So, what do we have next? Is it Liv?
What about her?
Liv from the UK.
Yeah, we learned from Liv really quickly that she doesn't forget shit. Ask her exes.
Loved that. Immediately, I was like, I love her. I love her.
That's a good line. So I once again, like on Survivor, you'll get an occasional, damn or like a bleep of a shit. Like I voted out someone and said "fuck you," which was like, oh, like we got to, but we don't get these things. And like watching this show, it's just beep. Like you guys aren't afraid to beep, and I love them. Yeah. I'm a big fan, and work that shit in there.
I normally watch Survivor, Big Brother, Amazing Race. It's really nice to watch a show for adults. I gotta say, like, there's real music. People can cuss. They're allowed to drink and like talk about real shit. They don't pretend like they were never on other shows. They don't pretend like they don't have outside relationships. This just feels like a very real, genuine show, and I really enjoy it.
That's it. There's just so much life in the challenge house. Like you guys have no idea. It's such a special experience. And I feel like everyone's just so grateful and excited to be there that the energy is pumping. Like it's a fucking party. So
you have a fucking nightclub.
Yeah. No, that nightclub looks sick. I was like, you know what I was probably doing at that point? Like in bed, quarantine, lockdown. They're like, oh, we lived in a bubble. So fucking what? Like, send me there. Like,
we live in a bubble with a fucking with a nightclub from Vegas.
Yeah, and like 30 other attractive people. Relax.
Yeah. I was looking for Ian Ziering to be doing lines at a fucking table in the corner.
Seriously,
I would not be fucking sleeping.
Nope, sure would not. Nope. So we're finally introduced to my good friend. Well, I don't know. Have I even met Natalie? I got her on the show. So Natalie Anderson from Survivor. So peek behind the curtain. I got a call. It's just like, hey, can you get Natalie's number? And I'm just like, I think so. Like, we're all survivors. And so I reached out. I was just like, hey,
we're all survivors.
We're all survivors. Come on.
Is that what you guys say? We're survivors.
I don't know. Are you guys not as like survivors?
I survived 2020. I'm a survivor, motherfucker.
What did you notice at Hawks? Like the survivors, there is there's a family thing.
Of course.
Are you guys the same way on the challenge, or is there so much drama? It's like, no, fuck that. That's a cousin that I hate.
It can get to that point for sure, definitely.
Yeah, I feel
we stick together. It's like a fraternity, right? Like
okay, so
Survivor, real world, yeah.
Okay, so same with Survivor. So anyway, so I got so I feel that if she wins this, she owes me nothing. So as opposed to the guy that got the number from me that will be expecting 10%. Hi, Mark Marquez. How are you doing? So Natalie tells us that she can do anything, but the challenge is another level. We shall see.
We shall see. I like her a lot. Like I said, I haven't watched any of these shows before, so all of these people are completely new to me. Yeah. I've like seen snippets of Survivor here or there, but like to be honest with you, like surviving is like not key to me. I rather like thrive,
Yeah. Zach, how would you describe Natalie's performance on the last season? Because I think it's something really remarkable in the history of Survivor.
Yeah, I mean, she like her first season, she was kind of she was competitive in the challenges, but she was more of a like political mastermind kind of with the strategy. And then she came out all of a sudden, and I think had been doing nothing but CrossFit since the last time she was on the show, and just dominated everyone. She got sent to what's called the Edge of Extinction, where you're voted out of the game already, but you just have to survive with nothing. And then they had all these competitions, and she just blew everyone out of the water. Like, just seemed like the Energizer Bunny, and like nothing could phase her.
Yeah, and then like day 38 or 37, she's voted back into the game. So out of everyone, every single person voted out Survivor. They're all living on this island with fucking nothing. And she's winning all these competitions and getting, secret food and all this stuff. And they have this competition to re-enter the game. Only one person can. And it's just like, okay, well, this is set up for Boston Rob to win, obviously, because they fucking love it. And here comes Natalie, like, fuck you, Boston Rob. I'm coming back. And it's like, yes, anyone but Boston Rob. But really, Natalie even better. Very, very good story. And the challenge was made for her. I mean, she's a CrossFit beast, and you see in her eyes the love. I mean, like she's looking around like she loves this.
Yeah,
I mean,
like, she loves it.
Survivor is great and all, and $1 million is really cool, but like, why didn't they call me for this to begin with?
I told you, do you want to survive or do you want to thrive? Like, like she's living right now, and I'm excited to watch her for sure.
Yeah, so much fun. And but all these people we talked about are not Anissa, and Anissa wins.
Thank fucking God, because if Lolo won, or like, it just would have been so predictable. I loved that Anissa won. I love that she had her moment. No one expected her to win, and how it plays out with what the theme ends up being and how they get to choose their partners. Like, she avoided a situation which would have been really shitty. Like, she would have been like the last one picked, and then she'd have to deal with that storyline. So I'm so happy for her to have avoided that, and good on her. And I loved her this episode. I'm so excited.
And we would have heard about that for the next 3 episodes, how she was the last one picked.
Yes. Yeah.
So just to save the story, like I'm not even sure she got her wires right. I'm sure like TJ was like, it's a much better story.
Stop that.
like just let her have it. I love a positive, not moping Anissa. She's fun when she's happy.
Yeah, she's, what? Honestly, she's healthy now. Like, I'm good friends with her. She's healthy. She's in a great space mentally, and I think it's really coming across in everything that she's doing. Yeah. So I'm really excited for her.
So, and as I said, for someone that used to hang out with these guys back in the day, I used to see Anissa out, always very, very nice. So I'm happy for her. So I thought it was a really cool story to begin this, and so next we have the men, and we're first introduced to Fessy, who is a beast but a man of little words.
Yeah.
So does that mean that he doesn't use a lot of words, or he only uses very short syllables?
He only knows a few words.
Okay. Oh, fair enough. He is a beast, though.
He is a beast, though. But see, like, he won, and like, wasn't it kind of like womp womp womp? Like, Fessy won, wonderful. Like, who else was gonna wrestle everybody around them and put some colors together? Like, come on, people.
Yeah, and I've watched him play Big Brother, and I'm like, oh no, any sort of strategic decision he gets to make is going to ruin the season. Please take the decision away from him.
He doesn't even have to be political because he's so big. Nobody's going to want to go against him.
Yeah, you're right.
So he can be a man of few words. Sometimes less is more, especially in the challenge house, I have learned.
Yeah, so we're now introduced to Leo, who has 2 kids and 1 on the way. This motherfucker needs the challenge.
We love Leo.
And next we're introduced to Michi, who is all about the girls, and not sure that he's aware that they're playing a show in which there's competitions and that there's much bigger guys that are probably going to really hurt him. And as Zach mentioned,
I hate that fucking cross earring so much. That's going to get ripped out of his ear in one of these challenges.
Yes.
So Michi was on my Ex on the Beach season. That's where he started on MTV.
Wow.
Yeah. And yeah, he definitely didn't know what he was getting himself into, but he's actually a really cool guy. So hopefully he brings, I think he has a good energy. So I think he'll be good, but like, he's not going to win, Yeah.
Did you guys hook up?
No, no one hooked up with me. I was freaking insane. So
wow. You seem like the worst person to play X on the Beach with.
You do not want to play with me on X on the Beach. That's for sure.
All right. Let me write this down. Marie. And that's EX, right? EX.
Okay. No, you better not.
just making notes. That's not here. So shockingly, Fessy wins. And then the real theme of the show is revealed. It's double agents. And they are in pairs. And Anissa, being the overall winner by over a minute, gets to choose first her pair. And Fessy
he's like trying to hide. Like, that Homer Simpson like meme that he like, when he goes back into the grass, there's no grass there for Fessy to hide.
Oh my God. I have never seen anyone attempt to whistle before with not knowing how to whistle. Like, it's just like, so like, man, God, CT is the best.
Oh, I thought he was going to be a dick though, but he ended up being pretty nice once she did pick him, right? He was supportive, and even in the confessional was like, I'm going to help her get her win. Like, she deserves it. So that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. And he had the opportunity in the confessional to tell a different story. And I thought that was super cool of him that he was like, no, it's like, hey, she's been here forever. She knows the fucking game, which is more than half the game is knowing the fucking game.
Yeah.
So, and she won the first fucking challenge. There's a fucking reason that she won the first fucking challenge. So no, that's not a bad person to be teamed with. Potentially one of the best people to be teamed with.
I love the Anissa love right now. Like, she deserves it. I'm so happy.
Yeah. So then we're told by TJ, which is normally I've seen in previous seasons that you're paired up by production, they find your enemy or whatever. Not this go round. Pick your own. Like, and they're all looking. They're just like, no, he's lying.
Yeah. The best part is that, like, so when they do that kind of stuff, obviously they don't really give us any kind of rules or anything right there because they want everyone's reaction.
Yeah.
So you have to think that, like, they're probably all shouting, guys, girls, like, teams, like, does it have to be gender? Like, right in that beginning, probably all freaking out. Because I think actually one of the American Idol kiddos said, like, or something, was like trying to get Corey at first. Like, but yeah, kind of chaos. And let me just say, CT, okay, he was a beast once, and then he was not a beast, and like he's looking good again. But Killa Cam, if you haven't been watching this show, I mean, this is a very, very smart woman. She holds herself to like this high standard, and it's refreshing to be around. And she is super smart. She's great at puzzles, and she's strong. So the fact that he was like, "Oh, give me your strengths and weaknesses," CT, shut up. You give me your strengths, CT. Like, what the fuck? You got a jawline now because you lost some weight, dude? Like, come on.
Yeah. Well, it's like, CT, ain't you got cable?
Yeah.
Like, what are your strengths? Like, so you just do the show, you don't watch them? You're not familiar with that. So it's on MTV. It's on Wednesday nights. You should. I think you'd like it. I think you get a pretty good at it most of the time.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, but I don't understand this move. I mean, just flat out, this is if you get Cam, you get Leroy. Wouldn't you rather have Leroy on your side than fucking against you?
Oh yeah, but politically it was a very stupid move by CT, but I don't think he thinks politically because he's never had to before.
Yeah.
However, what I would see the difference between Cam and Ashley's, listen, at the end of the day, Ashley is still a winner times, right? So, but the other thing is I think that Ashley is just physically smaller. So when it would come to doing anything that might have to like work together, I think that CT would work better with a Ashley type.
Yeah. I mean, I see CT was just like, he goes, it's obvious, Cam and Leroy are working together, even though they're not working together. And it's just like, yeah, but like you're saying it as a negative. It
was a vet move. It was a vet move. Like you think you're the shit that you don't have to be cool to everybody. No, bro, you do.
Yeah. It's also just another way to do that. Instead of saying, give me your strengths and weaknesses, and just walking away. Like you could be like, oh, I think I'm going to work with Ashley. Like, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Ashley. And then it's not disrespectful to anyone in front of
disrespect. Disrespect.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
And we see Natalie getting courted up by what Darrell was courting her up. And then there's Wes for the fucking kill. I love that. Wes?
I can't fucking stand him. I literally can't as a human being at this point because I've had my own issues with Wes. So It's hard for me to enjoy him as a character because I'm just so over him. Like Wes has always been Wes. Like give us something else, motherfucker. We get it. You're annoying. You're a fucking little shady motherfucker. Okay. Guess what? You're like that in real life too. Okay. And that's not cool.
Oh, so, wow. That's a good night with the guy. So.
All right. Well, everyone has a good night or two, but I'm letting you know.
Okay. I mean, we didn't make out or nothing.
Well, I would hope not.
But he was just very like as it. He
was nice. He was nice to me once too. I think that he and a couple of other vets have now gotten very caught up in who the fuck they think that they are.
I got you.
And they need to relax.
I met 2005 Wes, so who knows who that?
Oh yeah, he was a baby then.
Yeah,
baby.
Yeah. So So that's a big. We have Darrell and Amber B, Gabby and Leo, Cam and Josh, very strong team. Leroy and Casey, really solidifying this Big Brother infiltration of the challenge people. CT and Ashley, Big T and Joseph. I am so sorry, Big T. You seem
my
so nice.
favorite team. I love them. I hope they last forever. They light up my life. He's funny, and he doesn't mean to be funny.
Who, Jacob? I mean, Jason.
Yeah, but she doesn't mean to be funny either. She's just glows. I love her.
So I watched that season of AGT, and he is beyond likable. I mean, he is just a wonderful person. And because like I'm watching the Monday night episode, I'm just like, that looks like the fucking AGT dude. Like,
what was his talent? I don't know anything about his background.
Yeah, what was it?
I want to say he was a comedian, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I just remember like the judges and like I said, just real, like just a really good-hearted dude. So who apparently likes to nap at clubs. Partying's not for everybody.
No.
It
needs to be on the challenge, I believe.
I feel like that's,
my friend.
Like I was saying earlier, like maybe 55% is the social game versus the challenge game. Shockingly, then the physical game is a very big part, but I think a bigger percentage is the social game.
Oh yeah.
But I would say staying awake at the club is a good 10%.
Honestly, for me, it's not. It would be better if I went to sleep at the club.
But it's a component.
Maybe some people are better off.
Yeah, it's a component. Like as I said, it might not be plus or minus in your game, but it is a 10% component of your game.
It's a plus in your television product, Marie. So you're all good.
There you go.
Yeah.
And shockingly, Lolo and Nam. Is that his name? No. Picked last. How is this possible?
I feel like it's like nobody wants to approach them. They're both just like stellar athletes, and like maybe they just knew that they would be together because like they're just stallions. Like,
well,
Mom was saying something about Beastmaster, and everyone was like, "What the fuck is that?" And then
I love him. I love him.
Crazy. Oh, they're great.
Yeah, has anyone watched the Ultimate Beastmaster show?
No.
Negative.
Is that the one on Netflix?
I couldn't tell you.
Because if it is, the commentators on that are Wade Barrett from WWE and CM Punk.
Oh.
So
that means literally nothing to me.
I think CM Punk did the one of those pros versus challenge shows. Like I think Johnny Bananas like punked him out.
Probably.
Yeah. So anyway, so
on there then. So
yeah, so they go back to the house, and Wes informs Natalie that he's in an alliance with every dude, and he has no enemies. Don't think that's true.
I mean, everyone's always very cautious around Wes, so I wouldn't say that he has enemies because he's one of the guys that works on and off screen. Like he literally actually, this actually happened. He created a house recently during COVID where he flew all of these reality stars in to do charity work and then make people pay to see them and watch them. Like, but he's done it with people that he's known to have said shit about just to recruit them in. Like it's like he hits them up, but he's the guy that's hitting them up before they get on. That's what he does. He's a little fucking weasel.
I would imagine he hit up Natalie before the challenge.
100%. 100%.
So I think I feel I mean I don't know. I feel like I told some people that she was going out there. So, whoopsies.
I'm sure you're not the only one.
Yeah. So anyway, his advice to Natalie was lay low for a week and then intimidate the other women. Is that good advice if you're Natalie in the game?
If you're Natalie in the game, I would definitely lay low and no, she has to make friends right now. She has to make friends.
Yeah, I don't
and she has to win. She is the sole survivor, and She's the only person there as a female from that cast. Like, she doesn't have the band of people that like everyone else has.
I mean, she's already, well, you know, we'll get to, she has her skull now, but like, I thought that wasn't the best advice. I thought, you know, go make friends was much better advice. But
yeah, he's so annoying.
Yeah. So next we are finally introduced to the couple of Nam and Lolo, and we quickly discover not only is Nam a physical beast on the cover of magazines, and he has a 28 pack, he can also do puzzles, which is shocking, and he's funny.
Yeah,
he's funny, and funny melts Lolo's heart, but not her panties. So for those of you that don't know, Lolo's a virgin.
She would be a virgin.
Yeah. Is that crazy?
Yeah, that is crazy. That's exactly what that is.
I mean, just imagine what she could do in the bedroom. Like,
well, yeah, everyone's probably terrified of her. Are you kidding?
Oh, no. I'm thinking the opposite. Like, holy moly.
Yeah, that's actually true, too.
Yeah. She's depriving the world of something really special, I think.
Or maybe she's not, and she's just saying she is.
No, she's pretty, I mean, I don't know. Maybe, like, what do you think? She just, just finds just randos that don't have TV.
She could totally be a sociopath. Are you kidding me? She's a serial killer.
Going to fucking Jack Shack's getting fucking triple teamed. With fucking Groucho glasses on.
Oh, I hope that's true.
This really skinny girl with this fucking rocking fucking body and Groucho glasses. Fuck
TMZ, look into that. You need that investigated.
All right, we'll look into it. So, all right. So with that, let's take a commercial break. Winter's here and it's crazy cold outside. But what you don't know is you should still drink more water. By the time you feel thirsty, it's too late. You're already dehydrated. You can't focus and you feel tired.
Drinking enough water is critical for a healthy lifestyle that you're trying to maintain. It increases your brain power, boosts your productivity. It can prevent headaches and it'll increase your focus. Not only that, it improves your skin and mood, and it can help with your digestion and give you energy. Wow, it also prevents bad breath and can help you lose weight. But how much water should you drink each day? 10 cups? A gallon? The good news is that it doesn't have to be so complicated. That's why I start my day with Hydrant, because Hydrant helps you hydrate faster.
Hydrant has created a refreshing electrolyte powder that you mix directly into water to more efficiently and effectively hydrate your body. It hydrates you quickly and keeps you going for longer. Each rapid hydration mix has the 4 essential electrolytes that your body needs: sodium, potassium, magnesium, and zinc, and it packs a punch to help your body hydrate fast and stay hydrated. If you're looking for that extra boost of energy, there's also Hydrant Plus Caffeine, which contains 100 milligrams of caffeine from green tea. Hydrant is backed by research. The formula was developed by an Oxford scientist. It also is loved by pro athletes, top performers, celebrities, and has thousands of 5-star reviews.
It's made with real fruit juice powder. It's delicious and refreshing, and it comes in a variety of flavors, including iced tea, lemonade, and fruit punch. My favorite personally is the grapefruit. It's a classic and I go back to it. It's delicious. Plus, this stuff is backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you don't love it, you can send it back for a full refund. You really need to try it for yourself to see what I'm talking about. It tastes incredible and it works.
Well, Hydrant starts at just $1 a packet for a 30-day supply, and you save even more with a monthly subscription. And it's so easy to get. We've got a special deal for our listeners to save 25% off your first order. We're not kidding here, folks. 25%. Go to drinkhydrant.com/survivor and enter our promo code SURVIVOR at checkout. That's drinkhydrant.com/survivor and enter promo code SURVIVOR for 25% off your first order. That's drinkhydrant.com/survivor. Enter promo code SURVIVOR to save 25%. And we thank them for sponsoring the podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Magic Spoon, and I'm so glad it is because growing up, cereal was one of the best parts of being a kid, but I had to give it up because I'm now in my 30s and I was realizing that it's full of sugar, junk, and all this stuff you really shouldn't eat. So I've been trying to cut down on carbs, sugar, all this unhealthy food, and I realized I basically can't eat anything anymore. except Magic Spoon.
For me, we're into the winter months and nothing's changed for me. I mean, I have 5Ks coming up, 10Ks coming up, half marathons coming up. I still treat my body as great as I personally can on a physical level, but a part of that is eating right. You know, I'm not doing the big hearty breakfast that I used to do in the past. I'm not doing the unhealthy breakfast that I've been doing in the past. I am doing a breakfast that helps me get through the day, not add those extra carbs, and make me feel like the healthiest Jonny Fairplay I've ever been in my entire life. Sign me up for Survivor right now.
This stuff has 0 sugar, 11 grams of protein, and only 3 net grams of carbs in each serving. There's 4 flavors that are their staples. You can get cocoa, fruity, frosted, blueberry. It tastes amazing. Honestly, it's too good to be true. Jonny, what are your favorite flavors?
Well, right now I am all in on the apple cinnamon. Remember that apple cereal you had as a kid and you loved? It is here through Magic Spoon, but so much better, and I freaking love it. You cannot stop me from eating this. I mean, you have the fruity, the peanut butter, the cocoa, the cinnamon, the apple cinnamon. Oh man, number 1. Blueberry frosted. So many to choose from. I am digging this.
All these cereals are keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb, and GMO-free. Jonny, where should they go to pick some up?
Of course, you go to magicspoon.com/survivor to grab a variety pack and try it today. And be sure to use our promo code SURVIVOR at checkout to get free shipping. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. That's magicspoon.com/survivor. Use the code SURVIVOR for free shipping. And we thank Magic Spoon for sponsoring the podcast.
So, Jonny, at this point, once all these teams have been established, we start to see this thing happening that's been going on for a couple seasons on the challenge, which is a complete revolution. It used to be, right, the vets target the rookies, and the rookies are out of here. That's a bloodbath for the first few weeks. But now this cast is only half MTV vets and half outside forces, and we start to see this anti-winner sentiment taken off, like it's Survivor All-Stars or something. Are you surprised by how this is breaking down, that they're able to do this so easily?
It's different. And like I felt it was similar to what we saw at Winners at War in that, you know, they're going after the old schoolers first, but it's not just old schoolers first, because I don't like that.
No,
They're
right.
going after winners first, and that I love. I mean, you know, go back to the first Survivor All-Stars. And, you know, you have Lex and Ethan that are best friends. And Lex is just like, hey, man, you won $1 million. It's my turn. You know, Tina Weston, you won $1 million. It's our turn. You know, Richard Hatch, you won $1 million. Like, those people had 0 shot of winning because they were previous winners.
Yeah.
And I love that. I mean, like, you know, it sucks. I mean, you know, we saw that history did not repeat itself on Winners at War, but not Winners at Heroes Villains. But I love the idea. If you've won Survivor, go the fuck away. You won Survivor. And so what we saw on last night's episode is you've won the challenge. Our turn, bitch.
I love it. I think it keeps the franchise fresh.
Yeah, I think it really helps the franchise. Like, you know, I don't know if production's like, hey, do you guys ever think that the person that's won the thing 4 times doesn't need to win again? I mean, just throwing it out there.
No, it's definitely something we try to do, but you usually have to, like, they're able to pull it off because Cam and Leroy are very connected, strong teams this time. But thank God, because it is getting old. Like I said, like, there's so many people on the show who have done the show so many times, and so few of them have won.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So do you think this has reignited the franchise? I mean, do you think with just the premiere that the buzz for this season is higher than most, just out of the gate?
Was it?
I feel social media was a buzz. I feel
Ad
like
spend was a buzz. I think that MTV's had ads on every major network all week.
Yeah.
Like crazy. So
yeah, I mean, I'm watching NFL football on Sunday, and every other commercial break, I'm told that the challenge is the 5th biggest sport in the world, and I'm like, oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. I mean, well, that and also like the whole merger with CBS, they've been playing the challenge on the CBS Access site. So yeah, there's definitely been a ton of hype around it. I'm super excited. I think there's such a fun feel to it with a lot of new people and a lot of new viewers. And like, I cannot wait for people to get into the challenge. It is such a fun show.
So, but is this reinvigorating it by a different philosophy right out of the gate with hey, you won yours, our turn?
I mean, not really, because it's been done before, but yeah, I guess so. Like in terms of like it being a fresh season, yeah, like nobody wanted those guys to win. Like we want fresh faces. That's why the fresh faces are there. So
yeah. Okay. Let's see. CT still might win, so we might be really premature.
Well, he's not dad bod CT, as Marie explained earlier. He now has a jawline again.
Oh my god!
His teeth when he talks, which I really respect.
Oh my god, he's still CT. Let's be real.
Yeah. So the Big Brother alliance is really brought to everyone's attention, and but we learned really quickly Casey is not working with Natalie because of Wes. And I'm like, no, we have the CBS synergy. What are you fucking doing? Like if I were out there, which I would never be, Marie would Marie, who is the weakest female to ever compete in a challenge?
Me?
Okay. Okay, who is the second? Okay, well, I know that you.
I don't know who the weakest.
Okay, well, I'm not winning against anyone. Okay, so but if I were out there for if God decided to bless me with 40 pounds of muscle and give me Derek's heart, then I would be a viable challenger. I'm from Survivor. I'm looking for another Survivor, and I'm looking for Big Brother out of the gate. Like that is my instantaneous alliance. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, but you're a pair. You're a team with somebody, and like I said, people don't like Wes.
Yeah,
and there's a reason. Like, listen, we're all in this. We play this game for a long time. You're in the same quarters. Like, there's not just a reason why people think like he's an asshole. It's not like the character he plays on TV. Like this is who he is.
Yeah, no, it hurt my feelings. I'm like, no, Natalie, like, is this killing everything that could potentially happen? But maybe not. There's more to the story at the end. So we have a really awesome moment with Cam. Letting the viewers at home know she's a strong Black woman from an immigrant grandmother who was arrested for shoplifting and deported. And she looks up to Anissa, and it's just this really awesome character building story with all these people at the table. And it's just like those moments are the ones that, for me as a viewer who looks at television first and the competition second, this is a really cool character defining moment for all these characters.
For sure. And if you've been a fan of the show before, you know that Cam's not really someone that opens up like that. It was a very vulnerable side of her that people have never really seen before, ever. So I think it was really cool to see. And it kind of just proves how strong she is as a person. So I love that.
So, really cool. So we then see a little bit of chatter that maybe CT should be everyone's vote, and CT catches a little wind of this and begins to ask everyone in the entire fucking house, is it him?
Did you like him hiding behind some plants, wearing an all-white shirt, hat? Like, does he think he's hiding? What the fuck, man?
I am not a CT fan. I mean, I remember CT back in the day. There's lots of events that I went to that CT and DM were there. At the time, like me and Trishelle were hanging out a lot, and I am not a CT fan, and that did not change on last night's episode. So, But I did enjoy him going up to everyone asking, "Is it me?" and everyone looking at everything but CT's face in reply.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Well, let's get to the vote, because the way this vote went down, I really enjoyed the mechanic they used, where they're going into the room and we get the like cool silhouettes of the characters and they're pressing the button, explain it. Man, the production value on this, like I said,
Yeah, it's so good
for a show in so long. This looked great.
I mean, like I'm thinking this is really this good. Like I don't think that, this is enhanced after the fact. They're like, we got months. This fucking COVID. We'll put in some cool shit later. like I don't think there's like two like stick drawings. Just like, so like I think they're looking at I think they're walking in going, is this the coolest shit ever or what?
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, who are you voting for? It's like, I'm going to fucking look at these fucking faces for fucking 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Go back to mine. I'm going to vote me. Like, I look really good in this picture.
The vote ends up being an absolute landslide, though, once we get to find out later that CT and Ashley are the house sentiment, and it's not close.
Yeah. And you prior to this, we have Leo Rush, who's pretty sure that it's a rookie's first vote, and you see him doing a crazy workout with weights, and I'm just like, yeah, I've never worked out like that.
No, that was a serious scene. That was a very serious scene. But again, mechanics, the lights, great.
Yeah. So real quick, so on Monday night's episode, like we see them walk into the house, and the first thing they see is the gym. And they're like, oh my God, full fucking gym. This is the fucking best. Yes, bring it. And they're fucking bringing out champagne glasses and wine glasses and beers and fucking working out. Whereas if I were in the house, I'd walk by. I'm like, that's fucking worthless.
Yeah, I'd be right there with you.
All right, cool. It makes me feel a little better. I'm just like, am I the only one here?
I'm usually drunk from the plane right there. Like, I'm already a little lit before I get in the house.
So, real quick, right before the vote, we also saw a scene of Gabby crying. It was an emotional day, and we see Team UK unite to kind of console her. And I like these gals as well. I mean, like, we're seeing the little cliques. You have the big brothers, you have the vets, you have the rookies, and Team UK. They're fun. So, and I could listen to someone from the UK just say any word ever, and I think it sounds awesome.
I enjoy the variance of their accents. You've got like Northerners, you've got really posh accents, and the one girl has like the most Cockney accent. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. So casting. Let's just hear the casting right now. Just through the fucking this.
It really is. I like everybody except for Wes.
Yeah, but at the same time, like Wes is also, if you don't like him, that's good, because the more you don't like someone, the more you like someone else.
Yeah, I guess.
So I mean, like, I know.
I I got to take my personal issues out, but I get what you're saying.
Anyway, big twist: the double agents get to see the votes. Holy fucking shit! Is that a fucking game changer?
Not really. No, not really. Because you know what? The last season I was on, we had the secret vote too, and then eventually, like, it was revealed. Bottom line is, these people are going to go in there and they're going to see like whatever, and it's going to, like, the word is going to spread out that they can see it anyway. And basically what's happening is it's just production's way of being able to show everybody like where the teams are aligning. It's not going to change it. Like, it's pointless.
So it's more of a reference tool for the viewer more than anything else.
I would say so, because of, like, who cares?
I mean, like, I could never imagine on Survivor seeing the votes.
It's not a secret vote, and it never will be, because what's happening, or what's going to happen, is whoever the winner is going to come out and tell someone, and it's like the game of telephone. You can hear everything in these walls. So
yeah.
And you got teammates. Like, there's so many mouths that can run from everybody,
and they all run. Trust me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was affirmation for the people that said they were going to do what they're going to do versus the people that potentially didn't. As I said, it will get out, but like out of the gate, it's just like, oh, well, they said this.
True. Did that happen to anyone I didn't really recognize?
I don't think this episode, but
yeah, I think everyone was kind of like did what they were said, except for C. Well, I think everyone was going CT, and CT did Leo Rush, and that was about it.
Yeah.
So they decided they're not going to tell, which is okay. And then the elimination is activated, and we see the debut of the crater. I mean, we've had the gauntlet in the past. We've had really elaborate things. Would you say this is the most elaborate eliminator arena they've ever had?
Yeah, it's pretty. It's nice. Honestly, I didn't even recognize it. To be quite honest with you, I didn't take a second look. But it looks a lot like everything else. But
Yeah.
Again, I mean, everything is stepped up this season, so 100% sure.
Well, I think with the backdrop of Iceland, I think that makes the crater.
That 100% helps.
Harsh desolate landscape. Yeah.
So and then the song going into it. Oh my God! So I can't remember the song. Like maybe it was like Depeche Mode to open the show, perhaps. But going into the elimination is "How Soon Is Now," which is top 10 favorite songs of all time of mine. And like I'm literally about like the entire episode. I'm just like, I love reality TV. Finally, like Amazing Race has sucked. This is so good. Like I'm so happy.
Yay, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that people love the challenge.
So I'm watching this. It's just so refreshing. As I said, like television for me is just this huge thing, and this is television. Like I'm not thinking competitions. I'm thinking like as a television product. I'm looking at this, and I'm just like, oh my God, this. And then they're playing "How Soon Is Now," which we get fucking Sia fucking. Not even using words on our fucking challenges, and then we get "How Soon Is Now." I'm like, yes, this is so great. So yeah, the episode could have ended right there, and I would have been like, greatest episode of reality TV I've ever seen. This is good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, then we get to find out who is going to be facing off against CT and Ashley, and Marie, it sounds like you had to be stoked. It's Wes and Natalie going in there.
Well, you know what you said before about Fessy going in there and speaking highly of Anissa. Mm-hmm. She's been on the show for a very long time with these vets. And last season, if you didn't watch it, they truly dogged her. They didn't have to go into the interviews and say what they said, but they did. And they were supposed to be her friend. And I'm happy for her that she was like, you know what? Fuck these guys.
Yeah.
And she has to separate herself from them. And she did. And I loved it.
Me too.
And I was so pissed it was a woman's elimination.
Of course it was. Come on.
Of course. Like I'm sitting there like if so we didn't see how it was decided whether it would be a male or female elimination.
It was decided because Wes and CT were both in the elimination. They get paid a lot of money just to show up. These are why people come back so much, because the more that you do, the more you get paid. This is how it works.
Exactly.
Right? So are they going to pay them $100,000 to get on a plane to go home the first episode? No. They'd rather risk the girls.
No. As soon as we see that it's going to be one or the other, and it's the CT and the West, I was like, if there was a coin flip, it would be a fucking two-sided coin of the same fucking like it's like, oh, heads. It's just like, let me see the other side. No, you don't need to see the other side. Like there is no way that it was a fucking men's elimination on the first fucking night with those two. Yeah. No way. So
it would be really funny to see Wes and CT do that challenge. I would have really enjoyed that.
I think Wes would have won.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think with the full gym that everyone's
smaller, you know.
Yeah. The more weight you have, I think the tougher that is.
No, with the full gym that everyone's excited about, I think CT is the most excited about, because he's just like, yeah, so I started this project. I need to finish this body because we ain't there yet. Not planning on being here for a while, so this shit's gonna work out a-okay. I will be where I want to be at the end, but not right now.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier to work out when motherfuckers are paying you and you ain't got shit else to do. So.
You would think so, huh?
Yeah. But he ain't got TV at home. He ain't ever watched. Apparently, he does. He no Cam's resume. CT must do a lot of flying kites and macrameing. He just doesn't have time to watch TV and know people's strengths and weaknesses that he's playing with.
So Natalie and Ashley are gonna have to kind of shimmy across this pole, and I was worried. You know, I don't know Ashley's work nearly as much as I know Natalie, so I'm worried for my girl Natalie.
Oh, it's on fire.
Beam's on fire, and then Natalie's like, "Fuck yeah, I'm good to go," and then she pulled it through. I don't know why that was a really stoking point for her, if I can make it fun, but that rolled.
Zach, fire represents life in Survivor.
Oh, of course.
So that's the impetus that we would need as a survivor to excel at that challenge.
Okay.
Very important. Fire represents life.
Well, listen, the reason why I brought up Ashley and this and her being a strong competitor is that Natalie seems, I would compare Natalie to a Lolo on this challenge. I think that she could take Lolo. I think that she's smarter than Lolo. And I think that Ashley keeping up with Natalie as much as she had is it just goes back to how strong she is, because comparably, like them next to each other, you wouldn't think that Ashley would have a chance. Yeah. So like props to Ashley, like you're a badass bitch. You won 2 of these things, never forget it. But Natalie, bitch, like I can't wait. Like let's go. You know, I'm so excited for her.
They're bringing in real world house guests and like having them do challenges, and now they're bringing in professional athletes and like CrossFit athletes and be like, now face off against them. Let's see how that goes. You know,
it's like they're stacking the deck against you guys.
They are.
Okay. So it doesn't just seem like it. Fair enough.
It's definitely happening.
Damn it, Johnny Bananas, you fucked it up for everybody. So we learn as a result of this, angry Natalie is a challenge beast.
Yes.
So she's like the Incredible Hulk. You will not like her when she's mad.
That means I'll love her.
So, but the big twist to end the episode is the elimination winner can steal an agent. What did you think when you heard that, Marie? Were you just like, greatest twist ever?
I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
Such good TV.
It's so messy.
Yeah. You can't steal Pepsi because he's the current double agent. So that's the only rule. But everyone else is free game. If you're Natalie, do you see the baggage that comes with Wes? I mean, subtract personal differences, because Wes is a challenge beast. Mm-hmm. So subtract personal differences. Do you leave the baggage that comes with Wes and go elsewhere, or do you ride that? Because you're potentially creating another enemy by fucking up their alliance.
Yeah, I think it's too early to make a move like that. And I also think that she has a whatever the fuck it's called. What is it? She has a skull, you know? Yeah. So like what that means, who knows? Does that mean she goes automatically to the final? We don't like, you need a skull to go to the final.
You go automatic. You have to have a skull to go to the final, but you can lose your skull. Like you can lose your skull, but to go, you have to have one.
Yeah. So it seems. Yeah, I think she made the right decision. She had to stay where she was for now.
But she hasn't made the decision.
Oh.
The episode ended on the
She definitely didn't make. Then she definitely made the right decision then.
Yeah. No. The episode ended. We will not find out to the beginning of next week if she stay. Should she stay or should she go?
Yeah.
What do you think she's gonna do, Johnny?
I mean, I think it's a lot easier to stay with Wes since she won. As I said, I feel if she had the opportunity to, if she didn't already have the skull, and I think she's learning now that there's a lot of baggage that comes with Wes that she didn't know came with Wes.
Yeah, she fucked up from the start by choosing Wes.
Yeah. Well, no, I think she chose wisely in that she was just like, he's offering me something that I don't have. I've seen him play. I'm familiar with the game. You know, the things I don't have.
He got to her beforehand. That is what happened, because she was talking to Darrell. Darrell is a great player. If she was with Darrell, they would be unstoppable, because he doesn't bother anyone. Everyone likes him. He minds his own business. He does his thing, and he's great. But Wes got in her ear before.
Darrell. Yeah.
And she ain't going in an elimination one either.
Yeah.
No.
So I don't know. I think the fact that she got in, she got her skull. I say don't create waves. Just fucking. But at the same time, Wes is still going to be a target, right?
I hope so.
Always. Yeah.
So do you want to fucking just unhitch right now and just be like, yeah, I got my skull, and let me go with someone safe.
Yeah, I think that eventually, yes, but I think I don't think she's gonna switch just yet, because at the same time, everyone voted her in. Okay, and you have to remember, like, in that moment of getting called out, because they weren't necessarily thinking they were going in. That was an Anissa and Fessy decision. Like, you're still sour about that shit, and you have to like come together with your teammate. And in that moment, you know, they're the ones cheering for you, and like you're listening to them. So like, I just think that especially right now, like, she's not gonna go anywhere. They have a little bond, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Who's a safe person? Who's a safe male that wouldn't be targeted to go in?
Yeah.
Like, so, but that wouldn't create friction. So who's Darrell with? Amber B.
Amber B.
She
They're
takes Amber B's spot. I don't think she's ruffling too many feathers.
I just don't think she thought about it like that in the moment. Probably.
So say she picks Darrell, right?
Angry Natalie, right? She said, "I'm angry, Natalie." She's gonna be like tribal unity, to do the Survivor metaphor, right? She's doubling down on Wes. They're all coming at us. I'm sticking with my dude, and let's roll.
Exactly.
Okay. But let's say she chooses Darrell. So that means Amber B goes to Wes. They're going to be targets because the girls are going to be like, I can beat Amber B, and the guys are going to be like, I won't fucking Wes out of here. So I think the entire house is probably happy with that decision.
Well, we're going to find out, I guess.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, she's probably going to ride the course.
Yeah. Let's make winner picks. Who do you guys have? Johnny, who's your winner pick for this season?
Ashley. I mean, I really should not have written down anything after Monday night. That's why Wednesday was episode 1, according to the cable guide. I'm going Leroy because my heart, like, I met that guy back in 2005, 2006, and he's one of the nicest people I've ever met my entire life. And I've followed along the journey, you know, here and there. And he said, I don't know if he said it on Wednesday night's episode or if it was Monday nights. This is it. He's never, like, he's done. This is his final challenge.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I know. They never retire. Hulk Hogan retired in 1990. How'd that work out? But my heart tells me, my heart's telling me Darrell, and I like Darrell, and I like Casey. Those are should I go Survivor? I don't know. Okay, Leroy and Natalie. I'll stick to my Survivor roots.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. What about you, Marie?
I'm going to go with Cam, just because they're doing a lot of obvious character development.
Sure.
And I mean, the episode was named after her, right? You're not going to last only a few episodes if you get the first episode named after you. That's not how it happens. Yes. So I'm going to go Cam and guys.
Someone other than Wes. I know your heart's telling you Wes, but don't.
Am I that obvious? Either I'm going to say Leroy or Corey.
Okay,
that's good.
I
hope it's Leroy.
Yeah,
that would be.
It's a good story. It's a really good. I mean, like, you know, like payoffs. Like, you know, for those of you that paid attention, that were along for the ride, it's nice to have a payoff like that.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll take my girl Casey, and I like Nelson.
I like Nelson too.
Yeah, I like Nelson a lot.
He's fun. He gave himself a double agent name.
Yeah, it was a terrible one. It was really bad.
It was one of the worst double agent names ever. But
he's so funny.
I appreciate the attempt.
He's a very, very funny character.
It's like me on the dating scene. It's just like, I tried.
Whatever.
The effort was there.
So to end us out, I've got, because I had so much fun watching the show, and I don't know if I would have watched the show if Marie wouldn't have talked me into it, and I'm loving it. So I wrote down my 5 favorite lines from this episode.
Ooh.
And I'll read them, and you guys tell me what you think your favorite line is of these. So take your pick and let us know in the chat what your favorite line was this episode. First up, I've got from Killa Cam, I want my bank account looking like a phone number at the end of this game.
I like that.
That was fire.
And then from Nam, there comes a person out of the helicopter who looks super dope with sunglasses. I think this guy means danger.
I did like that.
Yeah, which sounds like a bad translation. I love it. And then the aforementioned Darrell, Nicole sounds like a dying cat who just lost his voice.
Yeah.
There's Derpy Fessy, always saying, does she have snake earrings? Sick.
I like Fessy.
Yeah.
Am I the only one?
I mean, he's a derp. I like him, but yeah.
Okay, he's good for
My last one is Ashley. I'm bound by my wrists and my ankles. Sometimes I like that.
Yeah, I like that she said that.
I'm gonna give it to Killa Cam. I love it. The digits, the phone. It was just smooth. It was
pimp. It was pimp. I mean, like that's some shit. Like I'm just like, man. Like actually, Piper watched the beginning of the episode, and she was just like, "Do they practice those? That's really good."
Yeah, that's why she gets the episode.
So Piper she goes, if I was ever asked to be on the challenge, like I would just spend months just writing down those before I got there.
Yeah.
That's what 12-year-olds do when they're not watching TikTok.
Yeah, it was fire. It was fire.
So there you have it. So special guest announcement for next week. We will be joined by Casey. How about that?
Yeah.
Boom.
MTV fucking rules and lets people talk about the show. I love it.
Yeah. So weird.
I love this.
Yeah. So yeah. So I'm pretty excited. We got to hang out with Casey at Hearts Reality this past weekend. It was a really good time. She's so fun. She's so nice. She is a beast. She will kick your ass. And so I'm hoping that we're all safe via the courtesy of Zoom, that she will not hurt us. Marie, I would like to see you in an elimination battle against Casey. I think think that would be hotly contested.
Yeah, very, very good.
Bring the fire. So with that, as you guys may or may not know, for those of you that are just joining us for the first time, if you're just joining us because we're doing the coverage of the challenge, please subscribe to Reality NSFW at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you podcast. Give us 5 stars and give a nice review. If you don't like it, do not leave 1 star. Do not leave a review. Just hit me up on Twitter and I'll block you soon afterwards. That'd be great.
Wait, this is live?
We're live and then it's available.
Why am I so shot in life? I'm like, oh, there's something recorded down here. And then you guys have your Instagram handles. Wow, I am a rookie.
A
loser.
Hey, but
Marie, I put her handles in the description. You'll find it right there. So
yeah.
Zach, you could have given me a little bit more insight how serious this was, guys. You're like, yeah, we do a podcast sometimes. You guys are in fucking studios. What is that next to you, Johnny? That's a fucking whole ass mic. Is that a mic? What?
This is the Shure.
Wow.
This is the mic Joe Rogan uses because he signed that contract with Spotify for $100 million, and I was just like, oh, it's only because of the equipment, I'm sure. So let me get this mic, and then I'll get a check. I haven't got the check yet, Marie.
Are people chatting? Are people in a group chat somewhere?
There's a chat in the comments right now. Yeah.
Where are they chatting?
We're at the end of the show, so they know the commercials are coming.
Oh, got it. You got it.
And here comes the plugs. So, Marie, are you on Cameo?
Yes, but I'm not because I don't answer in time, so my account is frozen.
Okay.
But if I ever unfreeze it, definitely request for me because I end up giving out just like all free shit. Because I'm just like, whatever, like 10 months later, happy birthday.
There you go. So you can catch Marie on Cameo when she's on Frozen. You can catch me at cameo.com/Jonny Fairplay. Once again, support the podcast. We Zach and I, we are in addition to covering the challenge, we're also covering the Amazing Race. We had the penultimate episode last night. So go to Reality NSFW to catch that. And then next week, of course, is the grand finale. We're so excited. So we will be on tape delay doing the finale of the Amazing Race while we have coverage of the challenge happening with Lauren and Alex. They're doing the live reaction show live.
Two challenge episodes a week. Boom.
2 challenge episodes a week. And if you'd like a t-shirt, I have a challenge t-shirt going up. I have a double agent shirt going up at johnnyfairplay.com. Don't forget, with every t-shirt purchase from johnnyfairplay.com, you get a phone call from me, Jonny Fairplay, thanking you for your purchase. And lastly, the best way to support the podcast is to become a patron. Go to adfreeNSFW.com. That's adfreeNSFW.com. We do a weekly Q&A in which we have you, the patrons, join us as co-hosts. You get to read the questions from the other patrons. And more importantly, equally as important, because the Q&A is probably my favorite show of the week. We are covering Australia's version of Survivor, Australian Survivor Season 2 from 2017. We're watching episodically every week. We're on episode 4 right now. And we had the link to watch the episode that drops on Friday. And then on Monday, we do a podcast, and that's available immediately for the patrons. You can join at any tier, the $5 tier, any tier. You have full access to all of the Australian Survivor stuff. In the history of Survivor, we're 4 episodes in, and I just watched the greatest 4th episode of a season of Survivor I've ever seen in my entire life. So it's not hype. It's real deal. Try us. If you don't like it, hit me up. I'll send your money back. I don't care. I mean, we want people that want it, that want to be there, that enjoy it. So go to adfreeNSFW.com and become a patron. And that's the best way to support the podcast. And check out the sponsors. We have a couple more sponsors after this. And see you next week. We'll be back with me, Zach, Marie, and Casey. How about that?
All right. You guys rule. Good night.
Later. Do I do something?
Lucy Nicotine is a company founded by Caltech scientists and former smokers looking for a better and cleaner nicotine alternative. Finally, tobacco alternatives that don't suck.
Researched and developed for 3 years to be made by people, not patients. Lucy's created a nicotine gum with 4 milligrams of nicotine that comes in 3 flavors: wintergreen, cinnamon, and pomegranate. Lucy also has a lozenge with 4 milligrams of nicotine in cherry ice flavor. Each and every flavor actually does taste great, and it's convenient and discreet. Products can be enjoyed anywhere, on flights, at work, on the go, even in the gym. I'm so excited that Lucy is sponsoring us because one of my best friends in the world, he's trying to quit smoking. His girlfriend's been getting on him for years. He's a big menthol smoker, and the wintergreen flavor is a really nice substitute for him that he absolutely loves. So this is the thing that you need to check out if you've been trying to kick your tobacco habits.
I have a family member that's tried the pomegranate, and they say it's one of the greatest tasting gums they've ever had. We're not talking nicotine gum. We're talking any gum. So if you've been discouraged by other nicotine gums, try the pomegranate. And also for the lozenge, the cherry ice is allegedly the best. And you know what? I believe them. But as far as enjoying anywhere, I heard at the gym, you get a little extra bump from the lozenge and from the gum.
Boom. It's 2020. Get rid of your cigarettes, unplug your vape, throw out your dip, and get some Lucy nicotine gum or lozenges. This is the real deal, and a subscription to Lucy comes directly to your door each month. It's so simple, you don't even have to leave your house because Lucy has delivery down.
Reality NSFW listeners, go to lucy.co and use promo code SURVIVOR to get 20% off all products, including gum and lozenges. That's Lucy, LUCY.co. That's right, CO, and use promo code SURVIVOR at checkout. Also, I have to give this disclaimer. Warning, this product contains nicotine derived from tobacco, and nicotine is an addictive chemical. So that's lucy.co, and be sure to use that promo code SURVIVOR, and we thank them for sponsoring the Reality NSFW podcast. Let's talk about something we could all use more of right now. Sex. Great sex. Now look, I love sex, Zach. I don't know about you. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. And I don't like a little bit of sex. I like a whole lot of sex. And so, guys, now you can increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed. Listen up, BlueChew.com. That's blue like the color blue.
Blue Chew brings you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis.
Now, you can take them anytime, day or night, even on a full stomach, so you can be ready whenever an opportunity arises.
Not only that, Blue Chew is made in the USA. It's prescribed online by licensed physicians, so you don't have to go to the doctor or wait in line. It's even cheaper than a pharmacy, and they prepare and ship it right to you in a discreet package. No awkwardness, and you don't even have to leave the house.
Now, if you could benefit from more confidence where it counts, Blue Chew is the fast and easy way to enhance your performance. Guys, this isn't me reading ad copy here. This is Jonny Fairplay. When he knows action is about to go down, I grab the Blue Chew, I peel it open, chew it up, and I go, get ready, we're going to Pound Town. Someone is going over. Someone is winning a championship tonight. That's right. And that could be you, because right now we've got a special deal for our listeners. Visit BlueChew.com and get your first shipment free when you use our special promo code SURVIVOR. Just pay the $5 shipping. Again, that's BlueChew.com, BlueChew.com. Use promo code SURVIVOR to try it for free. Blue Chew is the better, cheaper choice, and we thank them for sponsoring the podcast. And remember, when you support our sponsors, you help this podcast be possible. So please use our promo code SURVIVOR at BlueChew.com.